if you're working with Salesforce or something else and you're looking at AI, this question eventually may come up. How do you comply with privacy regulations? How do you ethically use AI with your CRM data and make sure that it's all in alignment with the way the world is headed?
The reality is, in the United States, there's no word privacy in the U.S. Constitution, right? We do have the Fourth Amendment, but the Fourth Amendment really involves government entities from searching your actual property, and they need a warrant, right? Is that really the laws that people have to worry about are more sectoral. And the reality is that these laws, most of the laws involving privacy were actually passed 30, 40, 50 years ago. And so for the practitioners that are out there that have to deal with privacy, unfortunately, you have to deal with a patchwork.
Within Salesforce, you can actually specify and limit who has access to AI, right? With our product, we've actually built features.
I think my biggest fear is people take their CRM data and go straight to ChatGPT and upload it, right? Because maybe they want to get a nice report of their pipeline, but now OpenAI has their pipeline, right? But then what if it's consumer data and they upload it? Now they have that as well. So I really like what you're talking about here is these considerations. You called it ethical considerations. I think that's key, that people need to make sure that they're in compliance and they're practicing this, kind of putting some guardrails.
AIs can hallucinate, right? Here is an example where you can reduce its temperature so it becomes more deterministic and less imaginative. Particularly in the business setting, there's not that much need for AI to be imaginative. I think you want it to be more deterministic, and you can do things like this. So a couple of things on bias and toxicity. The first is you could choose to avoid fully automated AI use cases, right? So when we send data to AI, we anonymize it. So what you can see here is like we've taken out a lot of information and replaced it with anonymization. But it's also well-tagged data, right? We are reducing the element where AI is open to interpretation and it thinks, oh, I thought you meant blah, right?
If you look at these 6 perspectives, so set in a person of legal, set in a person from privacy, the human resources person, ethical, it's different. You can have an ethic counselor if you are a large enterprise, otherwise try to play the role yourself, your CFO, and the societal dimension, that is the ethical. Then you will have what I call a responsible perspective. So what do you not do? Because normally we talk about do this, do that. I'm going to talk about 5 don't do's. Look at your projects from various perspectives. We talked about 6. If you can come up with 7, 8, 9, 10, that's fine, no problem. But look at it from different perspectives. And yes, some of you will be surprised. Does it take so long? Well, if you have to bring in an inclusive change, a responsible change, responsible AI and privacy, yes, it takes time because you want to set it up with fundamentals.